Monday, December 1st, 6:12 PM, and I call this meeting to order. President of County Board, Kurt Giles, Ed Lovell, John Clemens, and Katie Flores. We do the Pledge of Allegiance, that'd be great. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any public comment? All right.
Frank, you got anything? You good?
No, I don't really know you folks. Can you tell me which names go with which?
Yep, I'm Kurt Giles.
Okay.
Ed Lovell, John Clemens.
That is Ryan Newell.
Oh, yeah, you look familiar.
You might have worked on his driveway once or twice.
Maybe so.
All right, I make a motion that we accept warrants AP number 24 for $12,103.20, and AP number 25 for $23,741.98 as written.
Second.
3-0, motion passes.
I do have a supplemental for
Okay.
you guys to sign.
Yep.
We have a property over on the North Road that is looking to take 2 acres out of tree growth. So in order to do that, they do have to pay a penalty, so they need to do a supplemental on that tax bill.
They sell them.
No. You know who it is.
Making another field, isn't they?
That he is. Just keep that in mind.
You add up all that and the Parks field, man. Farm production.
No kidding.
Oh, God.
I always yell at Kirk and Kirk's on my pen over there.
I was worried about us. All right, you guys have a chance to look at your minutes.
Yes.
Everything all good? Yep. All right, I make a motion, we accept the minutes from November 10th, 2025, and November 17th, 2025 as written.
Second.
3-0, motion passes. Any adjustments to the agenda?
I don't know if you guys want to talk about this. I gave you Versant, so there's a bill of sale and an easement from Versant. If you guys remember correctly, Cindy had brought up the people that bought the lot next door need an easement to our power pole.
Yep.
Well, upon research, it was found that Versant isn't responsible for these 3 poles back here. It's actually the town, and so the bill of sale is from Versant to take over the 3 poles at no cost. Even though the poles are from the 60s, which they typically don't do, but because they own these 4 poles and they're about to own a pole over there, they're willing to take on our 3 poles out behind the building.
And these are theirs too, correct?
Yes, the 4
That
that
we
go,
looked.
because those are on our property
Right.
technically. So the ones that go up Brooks Ridge, they own already, but it was always thought that they own the 3 out back. But they do not own the 3 out back. So that's what the bill of sale is for, is they are willing to take on the 3 out back if we want. And then pole replacement and line keeping maintenance would be up to them, and it wouldn't fall on the town any longer.
That's good.
And then the easement is to give the gentleman the next door the right to hook into this pole, so. If you guys wanna take a vote on that, we'll take a vote on those.
We gonna do them separately,
I would
or?
do it separately, yeah.
Okay. Make a motion that we sell the rights to those poles to Versant.
Second.
Absolutely.
3-0.
That's a no-brainer.
Hmm.
And I make a motion that we go through with easement for
H&M line.
H&M line.
Second.
Motion passes.
You guys want to sign a copy for me?
You know they're moving the business out here, right?
Eventually, yep. They know they have to go to the land use. Travis has already been over, had a chat with them. Said, hey boys.
They're good, they're good.
They're good, yeah, they're super nice, they've been in. But yes, Travis has been over and talked to them. When the because I think a shipping container showed up.
I'm hoping he's gonna crawl that excavator down the Strumville Trail back there, but I don't know if that's gonna. You know, the state wants us to get a list of all landowners, trails, signed.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
That's the tip of my finger.
So,
I think it's pretty good.
Alright,
It is what it is.
and have to explain.
Brett, you're up.
How we doing?
You with us?
So,
Pretty good.
well, I know we got a total of 30 calls between fire and rescue, 17 and 13. We answered all 30.
Brian's here, you might wanna tell him how many you got.
100% answered.
I would expect nothing less.
That's what I like to hear. However, on a couple we were canceled en route, just due to the nature of the call, but we did answer up on them. Basically, I just reiterated about the Hunter's Breakfast again and how well that went, how well it did for us, and how well as a whole that we all worked together to make that happen.
And then let's pick a date for next
Yeah.
year, so we have it set.
And we'll have, I was just gonna make that becoming an annual, so if you guys wanted to set a timeline for the next one, that way there, we have it done and it's sealed and we have a year to think about it. I'd be fine with that. So the biggest thing that we got going right now is I'm working with Freightliner trying to get the trucks in for inspections. Sean
to
is
get real busy over there, aren't they?
Yeah, Sean's been tied up, so he usually handles that, and with the Christmas tree thing going on again, he got it started, but that's about as far as it went, so I've picked up the slack with Pete, and just trying to figure out when I can take a day where I can just run back and forth and get them done, because I don't like to leave the trucks and wait on them for a phone call, because it takes too damn long, so. The biggest thing that we got going on right now is on the, I believe it's the 7th, it's a Sunday, we're having a training down at the Burn Center.
You said
And,
the 7th?
you guys are obviously all invited, but we have 4 towns that have been invited and have accepted the invite, so it should be a really good turnout. Carmel, Dixmont, Levant, and Hamden have all been invited. Herman was invited, but they've got a training of their own going on that same day, so unfortunately they couldn't make it. But this will be the first for us to at least start to use what we've got there. We've got a long ways to go, obviously, to get it set the way that we want it and what we want it to be, but it'll be good to get some of the guys in and get them to eat some fire. It's there's a lot of departments, it takes a long time in between, thank God, but it takes a while in between before you get back into something that's real again, and that's the worst thing that can happen in this field. You've gotta be on top of your game. So this training center down here is gonna be just amazing for that. Neil is pretty much running that show, other than him and I working together to keep everything moving forward. He's the one that's doing the setup and all that. Today I think it was 20 or 25 bales of straw that he went and got it loose sealed. Get that all set up down there, and a couple of the guys went down and helped him get it unloaded. And we reached out to Hammond Lumber about 2 weeks ago with help from a little birdie to get us in the right direction, and they agreed to give us about $200 worth of building material in a donation. So we were able to get a boatload of our 2x4s and stuff basically donated to us to do all the frame outs, all the wall builds and stuff. We had to buy a small amount, which is no big deal, plus some of the hardware, screws and stuff, but it was a very big help from them.
$86 is what they spent, if you're wondering.
And we she had the amount, I was waiting for her to tell me. So, that part was a really big surprise, a good surprise. We've been waiting to hear from them, so, it's definitely coming together.
So, I'm processing. Straw, why straw? Because,
Neil always says that straw burns hotter and longer, so that you get more timeline on it to allow it to build better heat in the buildings and against a bale of hay. And it's, when it's done, it's a lot easier to handle on getting it back out and out of the rooms and back to, hopefully at some point here, we're gonna have a dumpster down there. I reached
Oh,
out
yeah,
to them.
dumpsters,
Yeah. I put a word up to him and I never got a call back, so, but Neil has said that from the beginning, that's what they've always used, even in Bangor, that they use straw or not hay.
where's
I've
the-
never argued it,
what's the dumpster for?
to put all the burnt material into
They don't want a new dumpster, they want a, like an
old beat out,
like beat out, they're looking to get rid of dumpster.
so that we can put all the burnt stuff that's in there at the end of a series of burn, we can take it and put it out in that, keep it off the ground, keep it from building up like it did before and do a big ugly ass pile down there. And then at some point, we can go down and then finish burning off whatever hadn't burnt out of that material. We can just go down and do a control burn and burn it down to nothing but ash, and then we would be able to compact it for a lot longer period of time.
This might seem, I don't know what it might seem. Standing where you are, if you're looking over towards where the old entrance was, right, there's a huge pile of brush. For that to migrate over to that pile of brush, right, and maybe get tucked into it, and maybe when you decide to burn the rest of it,
Make that brush go away.
as it was supposed to like 4 years ago when I piled it up there. That was a training exercise, just like the pile that's out front.
Wasn't that one too close to the water, and that's why they had burned it?
Too close to the water?
I believe is what the reason they had burned it, that one.
I don't know.
I bet they should have burned that pile in the pit for
Both of them,
years.
Yeah,
both of them need to be.
yeah, because that was stuff that was dumped in there.
Is that one up front, something that could be moved down to the back pile? and
No,
down?
after tomorrow, I don't know why you couldn't burn it right there.
Yeah, it's fine, I mean, if it's okay,
You know what I
burn
mean?
it where it's at.
Oh,
I'm just trying
absolutely.
to say we can move it all down to one,
Yeah, no, you-
one area,
No,
but,
that's a big pile.
okay.
And that would, in 20 minutes, that pile would be
It would
gone.
be gone.
That's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Like I said, probably 4 years. Because that was
I'll,
stuff that was dumped in there, and I piled it all up, and I was told that's gonna be a perfect training exercise to burn that pile up. So, I mean, I'm just,
Yep, nope, I will relay it back to them.
versus,
So we can get it,
you know what I'm saying, because you could get designated area down there. And as far as that goes, I know where there's some concrete block, like waste block, that we could put that material into. So you didn't have to worry about anybody, pallets and everything. And once it got full, then you guys could go down with some marshmallows and weenies and on a fun time.
right.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
was the whole idea behind the dumpster, was just so that we could build it up to a certain point and then just go down
Right.
with a truck and making it an unofficial, just a controlled burn for us to light it and sit on it, watch it and let it
Sure.
go. Just so that we didn't have, because before, it got to a point where it became a dumping site.
Oh, no,
Not
absolutely.
just us, people
Before
were
the
going in
gates.
there because
Oh,
they
that's
saw,
correct.
That's where everybody dumped their brush before the gates went up.
yeah,
Yes, that's why there's a huge pile of brush down there.
and they all continued on because we had
Yes.
couches, we had recliners,
Yes.
beds,
After the
we had all
gates.
kinds of stuff going
Yes.
in down there, being thrown in behind the burn building that we kept finding, so I'm trying to stop that.
But it-
Oh, they went way down there?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there was mattresses and old recliners, and
Oh yeah, we had
we
a
had to pay to clean it
hell of a
up.
mess in there.
Brian probably remembers that.
Yeah, that would have been, yep, that would have been with Brian,
Down the back there, you shoot 'em.
so. But that's the plan for Sunday. Like I said, the biggest thing right now for me is the trucks. I gotta get them in there and get the stickers put on them. The only other thing that I have that was, and I'll take the hit for it because it was a complete oversight on my part. I had made a call to Patrick at K&T to get the trucks pump tested, and he didn't get back to me, and I let it slip completely that he hadn't called me back, so I called him a week ago, last Monday, and he had done his last pump test due to the cold. He had done his last pump test of the season, so we're first on his list for the spring, just as soon as spring breaks.
Are we still all right?
Oh yeah, yeah, we'll be fine. It's not, that's not the issue. It's just I didn't get them done when I normally do them. And it was on me. It was just a mistake on my part. The only other thing I have left to do, which is to finish up with what you and I had started on, was the pump house. I asked Anthony about coming down to build a cover over that pipe, and it's just kind of been a wait on. Can't right now, I can't, tomorrow I might, that kind of deal. It's not gonna, I gotta have it done, so if I can't get one of the guys, I mean, I'll just start doing some building, but if I can't, I may have to step in and just find someone that does some work and have them come in and help me and just get it built and be done, cause I'm not gonna, I don't wanna.
Yeah, it's a half an hour project.
Absolutely, it won't take no time, and I'm pretty sure that the gentleman that just left, that you guys asked who was, will be happy to give me a hand. That's what he does for a living, so.
Yeah, I mean, half a sheet of
Yep,
blue board and
exactly.
a couple
And
2x4s and.
get a little bit of that pipe wrap. I'd like to put a section of that down over it
You
first.
wouldn't even have to. You wouldn't even have to.
You don't
If
even
no,
need it?
if you insulated that and built that little building, and went after you frame that out,
Yeah. Oh,
Right,
and
'cause you
we
gotta
inside
frame
what we said, open it and,
why wouldn't you?
yeah,
Right, take a sawzall and cut that, give it a kick, and it's heated.
yeah,
Bury the insulation in the ground,
right.
right, so.
Pull it down under.
Yes, yeah, make that airtight, right, wrap it, done.
Yeah,
I mean, and I'm sure that somebody's got a piece of tin that you could put on the thing and even work for a roof.
I got all kinds of it. So, I got a bunch left over that I was supposed to do the project with that I'm not down now, so that's something that can be gladly
There you go.
used.
Perfect, right, cause I mean, it's only gonna be that square.
Yeah, it ain't very big. We rely a lot on Anthony because he does a lot of our building stuff, he's really good at it, but at times he also has a lot of his own stuff he needs to get done, and I think it's just been a matter of, yes, I'll do it, but then honey-do
On
list
on
of,
my time.
yeah, honey-do list has come into play, you know, that
Sounds
kind
like
of
a good
thing.
project for Joe.
So, that's pretty much all I got, guys, unless you have any questions.
Well, you guys had a busy month.
Yes. Yeah, it's a total, sure.
So does that seem unreasonable? I mean, versus a dumpster? I mean, if they're gonna give you a dumpster to do it in, so be it, but.
I don't
it's
care
up to
which
you.
way we do it, I just wanted to, my biggest thing was trying to keep it out of sight, out of mind, so that nobody driving by is bitching that, you know, we're piling, because that was one of the things that got brought up to the selectmen in the past, that we were burning stuff, throwing it out there in a pile, which we were, but you got nowhere else to do it, you just gotta pile it up. And citizens were complaining that we were making it look messy and very disorganized down there.
Maybe they need to come and complain now.
So, I tried my best to get it cleaned up and straightened up, and I just don't want it to go back that way, because once we get this one started, I mean, with the likelihood of us burning number-wise compared to before is gonna be much greater. I mean, the towns around us are all just ready to jump all over this thing for training purposes, so it's,
So just a question, right? You hire
Yeah.
all these other towns and do they ever provide like the burning material or something like that, or would you guys buy that every time?
depends on if they call to ask to use it, that would be a different story. We
Right.
would probably have to have them bring their own stuff that they're gonna use, but if it's a training that we're gonna do and then we invite them in, obviously we'll have the stuff to do.
But then you like go to trainings in their facility,
Yeah.
right, where they would
Yeah.
provide?
Yep. So, there's a lot of tit for tat for that, I mean, town to town, you just gotta understand that everybody benefits from everybody else in all each other's areas, but this is definitely gonna be one of the biggest things around here for sure, because nobody has this kind of setup in process. And like I said, once we get the second story actually set and the stairs and all that stuff put in, I mean, this place is gonna be just amazing, to say the least. But,
The only other thing I have for those guys is, we returned their ladder. Their ladder was
Yes.
delivered and one of the rungs was bent, so we sent it back.
Great.
So,
Yeah.
I was paying to fix a brand new $4,000 ladder, so
How'd that work with the $1,200 shipping charge?
we'll have to eat it.
And they sent us a new one without
Send us
shipping?
a new one.
that's what it's already been talked with Chad Bean about, and Chad said that he would make sure that there was no secondary.
Not coming on me.
Yeah, so, unfortunately, which, I mean, once we get the ladder here and get that part, we've gotta reset the 464 a little bit, because the difference of the width of the ladders, we gotta put a shorter pull lock on each side to hold the ladder in place, and we're gonna run trim down the side of the truck. We figured out what we're gonna use now to basically weather stripping.
Softener.
Yeah, soft, yep, and then run it down the sides from the top to the bottom, so that the ladder has something to set up against, and it'll just be bumping against the rubber.
Kinda surprised at $3,000 would come bent. Obviously weren't very friendly to it, were they?
No, it looks like they, I mean, I can't say for sure, obviously, but it looks like something heavy, like a fork truck or something, might have backed going onto it. There's one run, and it's very obvious. I mean, once you set it down so you
Is
can
it on
look
the
at
top or the bottom?
it, on the
On the top.
on the top of it, yeah, that's not which way it was setting, yeah. The only other thing about that ladder, when the new ladder comes,
Not on the very top of it. It was a few rungs.
yeah, there's a couple runs in, so it looks like they backed this way onto.
I don't care where it is.
I don't
Yeah.
care where it is. I didn't pay
And we
we didn't pay $4,000 for a ladder to come in and then
Well, no,
have
but
to
it's
pay
Right, and then
to have it pass
have it
inspection.
patchwork. I mean,
Right.
they said that they could cut the rung and put a new rung and re-weld a new one. I just said, absolutely not.
No thanks.
Neil called me, and I said, yeah, don't even entertain that at all. It gets here and goes on a truck, it's gonna be new. But, the only other thing with that ladder that I have got to do, I've already approved it, is because of the length of the ladder, being that it's a 2-ply, so the overall length of the ladder is longer. So it's overhanging off the back of the body about 6 feet. So we're gonna put yeah, I know, you need to learn to drive. We're gonna put a curtain over what I call a curtain, a ladder bumper over the top of it, like a pillow, so that it has, somebody walks around, there's no way anybody's ever gonna run into it and get hurt. It was just something that we didn't think about due to the length difference with it sitting on the truck, as big as 464 as you would never expected that we would have had a ladder being longer than the body of the truck. So,
What was the other one, a 32-foot?
the other one, but it's a 3-ply, so all of the sections were shorter to make up for the same amount of distance.
10 to a 16.
You got 2-ply, same length,
You're obviously
again,
crowded as far up on
and 47 pounds lighter, so, I mean, we just gotta work with what we got, but it's not gonna be that big
Does
a
that live
deal.
on that truck?
What's that?
Does it live on the truck all the time? It doesn't affect your backing in
No.
room?
No. We've already done the measurements and figured out where it's gonna set. I've got that all taken care of. We'll be fine, but just letting you know that I gotta buy to put out over it. They're not that expensive.
I'm just wondering if she's sending it back, is it worth looking at a 3-flight instead?
Problem is, they don't make them with the weight differential. The three flights are still the same weight. You can't get them, because you got that
What's
extra pull
worse,
section on.
hanging out off the truck or the weight?
Well, you got guys that are up in age, and some of them have got bad backs to start, some have bad shoulder. It's hard. I mean, you gotta try to do everything you can do to, I'm telling you that those ladders are not easy to throw.
Oh, I know.
You're not lugging them on level ground, either.
No.
You're lugging them on even ground.
Yeah.
This has been something we've talked about for what, like 10 years?
Yeah,
trying
I
to.
just didn't know what was the worst of two
Yeah.
people.
Oh, no, I
Ladder
understand
and
completely.
The dead man
But-
hanging off the back.
The unfortunate is, you know, we've been trying to do this for 10 years with that ladder, trying to figure out a way to make that one go away, because all the old school ladders like that, if you go around to any department, they don't have them on their trucks no more because of that reason. We were basically the last one to still have a 35-foot 3-flight hanging on their truck, because we just had never stepped up to the plate on pulling the trigger, you know, to buy something for that kind of money. But it's gotta be done, so. And the only other thing is the gift cards, and she's taking care of that. We talked about it at the last meeting, so she's gonna get those picked up before she has to go on vacation, and we'll have them to present out to the guys. If anybody, I asked the same question I asked you
Say
last
that there
year.
was a,
Anybody wants to sign a card, or if you want to just generically, thank you from the town of Newburgh, whichever way you guys want to do it. It's totally up to you. it-
20th for breakfast still?
Yep. Is that what you,
7
nothing's changed on 7 to 9, right? Yeah.
Got that.
If you're
Well-
lucky, maybe I'll make cinnamon rolls.
Don't plan one on that one.
What?
Don't plan anything on that day.
What day is
December
that?
20th,
Oh.
7 to 9. That's gonna be a town appreciated breakfast. We don't appreciate it, 'cause I'm gonna put you in on the cook.
Alright.
I think that's pretty much it for us.
All right, great. Katie, you're up.
I gave you your expense revenue and GL reports. Those were in your packets. County budget is still going through the process. They did not vote to finalize it on the 18th, so they're coming back, I believe, December 11th is the date to re-adjourn that meeting. And from what I've read and what I understand is when they go back into that budget meeting, they can go over any article, even if it had been passed in the previous meeting. So I know the mayor from the city of Brewer Springs is looking to dig into it and see if they can find some money to spare, so. But there's still, there's no way there's gonna cut that, so I'm like
Great.
still looking high.
I heard the other day the jail owes the county $7 million.
Hmm?
The jail owes the county over
The jail
$7
cap,
million.
Yeah. Yeah, so, they've robbed Peter to pay Paul for so long that they can't do it anymore, so. We had talked about Frio Web, probably a couple months ago. And I had a conversation with Josh, and they suggested that if we are gonna make the switch, which everybody's gonna have to eventually, he would prefer if we make the switch sooner than when they start their work, because they've seen in their other towns, when they go from SQL to web, a lot of their work is not transferring over correctly. So, I would like permission to move to that sooner, and I would also like to have them host it. I know originally we talked about hosting it in here because it was a $3,000 difference. But I am dropping 2 modules, which is just shy of $1,500, so it would be a $1,500 increase to our bill. The perks of them hosting it is, I was talking with Nate about this the other day when he was here.
IT.
Yep, IT, is that our server will last us a lot longer, because it doesn't have
Because
to
they have to
download
keep
all those files.
Yeah.
Those files will be on their servers, they have to insure those servers. They'll have to upgrade them as it needs more space and things like that. It also allows any, like for me, if I were to work from home, say me, I got sick and I needed to work from home, I can still access it. But if we do it the other way, you can't do it without a remote client or a VPN, which requires a computer on here in the building. And they can do the same right from their office
No brainer.
to do it, so I wanted your guys' blessing on that.
What was that, a
moving forward.
$10,000 initial investment, something like that,
No,
for the migration?
5,000 to
Five.
switch to web and then for them to host it.
And then annually, $1,500 more.
No, it should stay the same, but our bill is already 14,000. as it is to host each of the modules that we have. So you would have to include that, yes.
So increase by 3, but subtracting 1,500.
Subtracting 1,500, so, because we're gonna get rid of, and I've already put in, because you have to give 90 days notice, to get rid of the clerk's module, which the only thing we used in that was dogs, which the dog program has its own thing now, and you have to use it for recording and all of that. So, and then, where we outsource payroll, I don't need the payroll module anymore. So we're gonna get rid of those two. So, and I'm crossing my fingers, that Trio might be a thing of the past, and somebody new might come along, so. Might take care of some of those
You
issues.
never know,
Never know.
you never know.
I'm waiting on a quote. I called Hamden Electrical today, to get a quote on the outside lights outside of the Little Broncos doors. Those apparently haven't worked for many years. And I think it's a safety issue with us having parents and children going
Yeah,
out,
because now
out
it's,
those walkways where it's so dark.
and now it's a problem.
Yeah, so, they're supposed to be coming sometime this week to give us, to look at it and give us a quote on those. They're gonna try to match them to this side as best as they can. But he said those lights often change.
Who'd you
every
talk
year.
to?
Of course,
You did talk.
yeah.
Why do they need to use that door? Why can't they come out
That's their entrance.
front?
Yeah, the front entrance, not the
Oh,
side entrance.
oh.
This front entrance has no lights. The side entrance has lights, but this front one does
I
not.
believe
And
your
it's-
insurance adjuster would tell you need to have exit lighting at all your exterior doors, so.
It has the one up above, but you can't see the walkway
Oh,
going
no,
out
right.
like you can
Yeah,
on our
yeah, yeah.
side.
Inside of the porch area there, yeah.
So, I wanna step in just for a second, cause this was something I forgot to talk to you about. On the fire side as well, we need to, on the fire station, we need to put a light, 2 lights out on the outside, on the back door and that side door in the fire station. Cause it is absolutely just a.
We already
out
talked
there.
about that. Didn't we talk about?
No, that's for a
No.
sign.
We talked about the sign, but we need to do them doors at the same time. Because it's a pocket up there, you can't see nothing. When you step out, you're absolutely just in the black. And the guys still go up there to smoke and do whatever, you know, so I gotta make sure that we have something out there for an outside lighting. And I had mentioned to you, Ed, when we were down at the pump house, about the light at the pump house, and that one needs to be updated. basically.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that one, it does work.
It seems like it's way brighter than it normally is.
Well, I'll tell you, it's got more water and it's got more stuff in it than it has on the outside of it. So it's just like the light that we
Yes.
just went to a call at a gentleman's home because it had the same exact thing. It was full of water, full of crud, and it actually shorted out internally and almost burnt the guy's house. So this light is the exact same setup as that one. So it really needs to come out and we need to put a newer style LED light or something up there.
Probably will have to budget for FY '27 at this point. You're probably talking.
Well, we're technically it's 26 to us, but yes. In our books, it says 26.
Oh, God. I'm a year ahead of you guys in
Yeah.
Hamden. Oh, God. That's good stuff.
I just figured I'd throw that at you, so.
I think you're absolutely right. But I think you'll have to get some quotes and put it in the budget.
Yeah, we can get a hold of.
Well, if you've got Chris coming and have him quote the fire station, that's it.
Thermostat quote. You guys saw that?
I did. I didn't see it. One last question. So you don't have, the front of that building, when you leave that, you don't have exit lighting there?
On
Under
the very
counter?
front?
Yeah.
The front, yes.
The front does, it has split lights in between the light, the door and the sign that's overhead.
And your canopy has a motion light inside of it, right?
On the inside,
Yes.
so the
But
front
fixed
part,
wired lights.
yes,
You only have the exit lighting above the door, is that it?
yeah,
And not on the back?
no, nothing.
They didn't make them do that for life safety code?
Take a walk down, take a flashlight with you.
Sorry.
So yeah, thermostat quote, as you guys, I think I told you that the library and the office over on the Little Bronco side has no heat in it. Their current office has been like an icebox, they have a little space heater in there right now. And the library runs fairly cold too. So the gentleman came and looked at them, and he said that there's the two sensors in those areas are not working, they're not talking, and there's a valve stuck on them. So to fix those two areas, it would be the 2259. Also, at the same time, I had him check ours, because when you turn our heat on, it doesn't actually come out of the vents. We have heat pumps going. So ours are dead too. He said that there's no power running back to these thermostats. So to fix all four, it's gonna be 3420. However,
Ish.
yes,
Brian, we had problems with those before, right?
I was trying to think. I honestly don't remember. I don't think the heat ever worked.
it has,
The
yeah,
way
it
it-
hasn't really worked
It never
ever
worked,
since I've
right.
been here correctly.
No.
And at one point, we tried to get it fixed, but they couldn't figure it out.
So, well, he said what's gonna happen with these ones is they're gonna wire directly into the units themselves. So the thermostat will be direct connect,
Directly for that.
that
it
they're
won't
gonna
have it set
bypass, they're gonna bypass these Honeywells. So they'll put the thermostat right next to where, the heating unit is, and then they'll put a sensor on the opposite wall so it can sense what the temperature is inside. But yeah, the one in the library is not currently working, one in their office is not working. You'll find most of them in the building are a little wonky when you set them, so.
So what does that mean if you fix the ones in the office? Are you gonna shut the heat pumps off and run heat?
Well, no, but that's why I'm saying that was the quote, he quoted me on them, cause I had him look at them, because when you turn those on, so if something ever happened to the heat pumps, you essentially have no heat sources in there. Is the only concern, right?
So he gives you a quote to fix the thermostats and
Yeah.
sensors, but then excludes all access to be made, electrical, the whole 9 yards. So this is gonna grow, just so you
Yeah.
know. Cause he's probably not gonna be able to access any of that without cutting access panel.
Well, you can't get through the concrete wall.
I'm thinking more of that sound deadening ceiling's gonna be kind of a bear.
He opened them up right in the library, and we have 2 access panels on both of ours. So he shouldn't have to tear much out. I'll follow up and ask him.
Yeah, cause I'd hate to say, you know, they're just
Yes.
fishing you with that 3400 and
Right.
it turns into 12 grand in a hurry. ABM's pretty good at that, so,
And that happens quickly.
yeah.
Okay, I'll call him back, but you wanna just do the 2 for now? Or you wanna do all 4? Depending on
I don't think $3,500 is that bad to get them all fixed.
me either.
If we're gonna mess with it, we're gonna mess with it.
Right, yeah, get them all working if you're gonna have somebody in here. But I just would
I'll call back.
very clearly explain to them that that's the price you wanna pay, and
Yeah.
that if they need to come and figure out what they need for access, they need to tell you how much they're gonna charge before.
Everything in the classroom sides are all working fine, Katie, for them?
They all work, yes.
No.
To whether the thermostat is set to what temperature you want, you kinda have to bump it up a little
I
higher
was
than.
just wondering, cause that back room of
Yeah,
ours, I
the
mean,
two
we have
rooms
heat, but
together.
it's
Yours
never.
is 68
I'm looking at this
degrees.
number down
I
here.
put
Don't look at
thermostats in all the
They,
rooms.
they added
Well,
option
sure.
on
On
that.
the, on the classrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Look at the
understand
location,
that.
look at the locations, so the first 2 were library back office and 4
I read it, I'm totally aware, but I wouldn't sign that on a bet.
No,
No,
you
no,
have
it
to-
would, no.
I'm not signing that on a bet.
Right.
No, cause,
Two open-ended?
no, the right.
Well, yeah, well, they get
left
total
one's
both
doing.
added together, so
Both added together
you have to have them redo this before you.
before I sign off on it.
Or white it out, circle 2 and write the total in.
Yeah,
But no, I would
I'll
just,
wait
I would do a
for
little
him.
bit more research, that's all,
Ask
before
him
you,
if,
yeah, ask all the questions.
yeah, they have a lot of new help there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, would it hurt anybody's feelings to get a second opinion
No.
on price wise?
Did Brett come and see that? Was it Brett that came?
No, young kid.
I don't know
Young
if we-
kids don't know what they're doing, but.
He
That was
actually
also
gave me more
called-
answers than the other one that I've had, so I was
We
actually
use-
impressed with him.
We use Penobscot Temp in Hamden. I can call Matt Rudy tomorrow if you want,
Or
see
just
if
send
he's
him my number.
got
I'd
availability.
like to get a couple of quotes on it first before we,
Yeah.
just because.
What was it called?
I'll call him tomorrow,
Penobscot what?
Penobscot Temp.
Temp?
Yeah.
Any other suggestions?
I'll send you a number tomorrow.
at the same time, we shouldn't really drag our feet too long on this either.
No, we shouldn't, but
So,
we're gonna have more than one.
how do we wanna handle this? I mean, we don't have to approve the spend of this money, correct?
No,
So we
but
can give you a
I
couple
wanted
of.
your opinions on.
Right, so if we get a couple more numbers, so you
Right.
get a couple other opinions, and then you can kind of make a,
I just wanted, it was more of so you guys know what's going on in the building and the fact that
yeah.
the majority of the
Making
thermostats,
us feel good.
the majority of the thermostats are not working, so.
This place heats with a candle, I mean, what are you worried about?
Other than that, the only thing I had left is, the craft fair went really well. We had a great turnout, and it put, $866 into our rec fund that we use for our, trunk or treat
Very
and
nice.
Easter
Great.
event, so.
You did a great job with it, thank you.
Yeah, we had a good time, so.
Was you busy?
Yeah, it was steady all day.
Nice.
We had lots of people, and a lot of people like to come. A lot of like, Greg Nash every year always says thank you. He's like, thank you for keeping your costs low, and thank you for making it like enjoyable. So,
You have a great big display.
yeah, he usually holds 2 spots, and that was some of the other vendors that I heard was,
Bring
you
your
know,
piece of
it's
pocketbook,
affordable,
though.
right? You can come and
You don't wanna come with
if
a
you
small
sell a few
wallet.
things, great, you make your table back, but it's not like you're out
Yeah.
$200 when you go to the larger ones, or even some of the smaller ones are getting expensive, so. I mean, we paid, I think, $70 to go to Hardwick, so, yeah, I get 35 for a double spot with no tables, 45 with tables, so. Nothing crazy, but just enough to make it worth their while, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you got a good turnout.
Well, I say the turnout's half of it, right?
Yeah, I was in there doing reports and this place was hopping.
yeah,
It was great, steady, nonstop.
so. The raffle always brings a lot of people in.
Reports, you just wanted to come socialize.
No, I don't go out through them things. I'm a craft fair guy.
You had all your knit scarves out there.
I went out long enough to say hi to Greg.
I didn't add a line in for him, but we can talk about, so Travis was here today, and just to follow up on some of the stuff, he has, been over on the North Road, on the corner, Arnold's Corner,
Yeah.
to the property you guys had mentioned. He's been over, took pictures, he called the bank, he's actually ready to go through possible foreclosure. The bank is kind of gonna put a stop to that for now. They're gonna try, so. The red barn, I don't know if you guys noticed on the corner of North Road,
I
it's knocked
did
down.
see that.
She had had
Is
that.
it gone? Cause it's dark every time I
No,
go by.
it's
Just
just
down.
knocked
Pile
down.
of it's all down
Yeah,
now.
she's had it knocked down, so at least there's no concern of it.
Whose
going
machine
this
was
way.
that?
I didn't even know who did it, but it was
DMJ's.
it was.
So,
It was a big, they had a
and
big
then
unit in there.
Travis said this morning when he went by to the gentleman on the corner of 69 and 9, he could only count 6 this morning when he went by, including the bus, and one of them is in a trailer, so it might be possibly moving, so.
I think that was gone when I got home.
He was now in compliance, so.
Yeah.
Good job.
And we just had a fence.
Yeah,
That doesn't help the roads 40 feet above his
Yeah.
yard.
so, but yeah, so
Yeah,
those are all
right.
taken care of.
You need big
There's
fence.
a dome.
Meaning the registered or unregistered vehicle kind of thing?
Yeah, we have a rule that you can't have any more than
Ordinance.
2, ordinance, that you can't have any more than 2 unregistered vehicles on a parcel. So he has 3 different parcels down there, so,
Oh, that's how it gets.
yeah, so he puts 2 on each parcel. and-
Yeah.
Okay.
There's always a way to win.
But I believe he's now under 6.
There it is.
Yeah.
There is.
Are they all non-conforming lots right there?
Nope,
And all that.
2 of them are quite large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's got
There's
one
in
small
there
one in
Where
the
that
front.
shed
He was
is,
that
where the
whole
bus
corner?
was sitting.
Yeah.
Where that bus
Way
was
bigger
leaving, the
than
bus
you
says,
think.
that's the size of that lot from that bus to the car.
I
That
think
corner
there's
of that
11
shed.
acres there.
It's little, tiny.
I think it's got like, I wanna say 10 acres, 11 acres, I
I
think.
think it was something like that.
Yeah, all together in 3 pieces, so. But yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know that that was all happening and in motion, so.
Getting there slowly.
What about
Anyway,
in the 69 conflict is somewhat resolved because they're gone now for the year?
Yes.
But is that gonna be ongoing again come
No,
spring or is
they
it
got a
resolved?
permit.
It's all good?
They got a permit. They came in and got the permit.
yeah,
But they
They're
still
all
put
set.
the field in, right?
Still have to. That's correct.
So that's what will be left to do.
That's right.
yeah.
And large rock on the neighbor's front yard, he agreed to take care of it himself.
I didn't even know anything about that. Put a rock over there?
And we talked about it last meeting, at the end of Diesel Drive.
Yep.
The DMO,
Deal.
What was it called?
Deadly,
Deadly Force.
Oh, DFO.
DFO.
yeah, there we go. Yeah,
It's a DFO.
at the end of that, and he had a Diesel Drive, that big rock, cause, there was a call made and about getting a quote to move the rock from DOT, cause he was not willing to
right.
play ball. And then the next day, I got a phone call from him and I said, listen, you need to call this guy. And then I called Ryan and he was like, yeah, he called me, he's gonna take care of it. I said, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I remember this now, because we were talking about dry hydrant runoff.
Correct. Yes, that's right, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Roads?
okay,
Yeah.
sorry,
Or snow pavement?
left turn.
Paving's down.
Check.
Paved Budget Road, Littlefield, Bath Farm. I went back and fixed a couple of the driveways. that
Did you
needed
get
to
cold
be
weather
back.
discount on that?
All of them.
I did get a 4.2 ton discount after the bill came in, so.
Good.
Yes,
All of them.
Yeah.
Get them all,
you did. So,
yeah,
Would you just grab them?
yeah, there's a couple of them that were pretty bad, so.
You told Troy he didn't have
Randy's
his
just
shoulder
watched,
issue.
he put his own gravel down, cause he didn't do it better coming back.
if you got anything to do with dirt, he ain't buying it.
So.
I mean, pavement.
Joke, no dirt, he doesn't want anything to do with dirt.
So it's been asked, there are 2 culverts on the Flynn Road. And I have been asked if there's any way that the fire department can flush the culverts because they are full. And I've been told that the culverts were placed there because we put them in on the discontinued road because it was, the water that was running down it was impeding onto Chatham Road and leaving an ice patch because it wasn't flowing correctly.
Do you remember that, Brian?
I sure do,
Is that correct?
yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you that fire truck isn't the right piece of equipment to do that with though.
So, but we need to
I
find
got asked by the
a
homeowners
way,
up there already.
we gotta find a way to clean them out.
Allen's Environmental Management.
It's not cheap.
Tire and
It's like
chain.
$125 an hour. It's not
That's all you do, all they do, that's cheap.
Unbelievable.
Fuck, I could bring our truck out.
Crazy.
Yep.
You said in Hamden?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call him.
Like 15-inch
Yeah,
tire.
Yep.
they've
Second right there.
Done.
Yeah, don't do that with a fire truck. You're gonna make a mess.
So, I'll call
Big
him,
mess.
but, I mean, I
Just a
think
big, huge
if
floor.
we put them in, right, Brian?
I was thinking Dwight.
Is that, yeah, we did a lot of work up around there.
Yeah. So, I
And a
mean,
video.
I think it's
That'd
only
be
fair if we
perfect.
put them in because it was
That used to leave a wicked
ice
ice
patch
skate.
on
No.
there.
Oh, it was terrible.
Technically, capital upgrade like that, it's like, here, we'll come in, we'll pay for the pipe, you guys maintain it. Technically.
So, they were asking if we could
But
flush
for
them.
public purpose, if it's
For
not
public-
running water, then it's
It's
gonna
not,
freeze
it's
the
not
Flint.
running water and it's gonna run down Flynn Road and onto Chatham Road.
And then
you're
wash out
gonna have-
that hill more, and
I
then
think
that guy's
somebody
gotta wind more.
somebody else said
over
that
the
too.
hole. But yeah, no, that's what you want, Alan's supposed
So,
to take care of
okay,
it.
I'll call him and see how much it is.
The zoning committee kind of did it the complete opposite of what you just said,
Really?
and they weren't willing to change it.
Really?
They say you buy it and we'll maintain it?
Yes, culverts in town, we do maintain.
We do. For,
Wow.
for the town.
Yeah.
This contains.
Cross
I was
culverts,
gonna say,
But that's
about
discontinued.
time.
driveway culverts, you should
Yes.
put
Not
in
on
an
a private
ordinance
road.
that we don't own them, like we did.
Like, so that'd be like replacing the cat's culvert on Arnold's Corner,
Mhm.
on that.
We asked the planning board to change that and they said that they wanted to leave it that way.
Like changing your and Mark's. Should have been on
Change
The ordinance states that,
what?
Yeah, we're
that we have,
responsible.
that we're responsible for the culverts after they've
After
installed the
they-
first one.
They install them, yeah.
Any-
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, why, it's,
Because typically most towns don't do that.
Yeah, we don't.
common for a town to do that.
We don't even put them in.
What are you doing, you're ditching? Skip
You
over
ditch,
it?
yeah, you ditch through and keep going. We do not, I fight with people about this every day, we don't do driveway pipes. Unless, the only time we do it is if it floods the road, then we'll go into it.
Well, what's the whole idea? An ounce of prevention's worth a pound a kilo.
I get that, but I got like 8,000 pipes that I don't feel like going around changing, because we do it nonstop.
I was gonna say, you start one, so you never stop.
Never.
So, I would say we need to start thinking about spring and what we wanna do. I know we still have the North Road culvert, but we have about
Please.
85,000
Culvert.
culverts.
Mhm.
We have about $85,000 left in that road fund to use before June, so we need to start thinking.
What did we left money in there for spring for
We do have grading,
grading?
but that's not overly,
No, we got to kill some
Expensive.
trees too. And that's probably $8,000.
Oh, when you get ready to do trees, let me know, I got a guy. Very cheap.
What?
Very cheap.
For the roadside mulcher?
Oh, no, I'm talking for felling, not mulching.
Yeah, I'll get all
Oh,
that.
you're talking mowing.
Yes, killing trees.
what roads do we have on?
If it looks like Chapman, keep on going, cause that road looks
Littlefield.
awesome.
Guess you're getting in there a little bit.
Yeah, Lowfield's bad. Miles Road
I say, I got miles in one.
Yeah.
and
So Miles, Littlefield,
I think that's it. I think we done the rest of them.
you did Daddy Farm already?
Dahlia Farm does need it, up on
And Dahlia Farm.
Kennebec side. Yeah,
And Dave Farm.
Yeah, that is actually running pretty hard on that end.
by Dr.
Yes, I was trying to think of his name
What's his
too.
name? Mark Caresby,
And then,
Oh,
one that just passed.
Lynch isn't there.
Lynch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Laura Lynch,
and then probably after that happens, it'll be a vicious
Close
cycle
enough
and
for
we'll
that
start
night.
right back in on Chetwood Road again. Cause it won't take anywhere near as long this time to do as it did before.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright, no updates on Sanchez, reevaluation.
actually, Ed sent me a company today that I need to reach out to. It was
Yes,
about getting a second, it was Rub.
Rub, it was. No, it really was.
It's
Rub?
Rub.
No, it really was.
It's
We
Rub-
need to
Rub-
foyer your
Rub
phone.
Sheds.
No, it really was.
It's like, I think it's called Rub Sheds.
Yeah, Rub Building Systems. And, one Rub Lane, Sanford, Maine. Info at rubusa.com.
Oh, don't screw up when you put that address there. Alright.
And that's the building, yeah, caulk-up. And I started taking pictures of the inside, because inside it was friggin' impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was very impressive,
What
yeah.
is it for, what is it for a building? Is it the
Same,
same idea as what we've been talking?
Yeah, and I wish I would've taken a picture of the inside, but next time I go, I will.
How much taller the concrete is, though?
It's only 8-foot wall, and 12-foot walls, that's what everything is now. Swanville is, Howland is, that's what
Keep
they're
all the
doing.
shit off the structure.
Yeah, that's what they're doing, then they go and pay a 6-foot line around top of it, and you don't go above it, so you don't end up with,
That came in.
So I'll reach out to them, see if they can give us a quote on it.
yeah, it'd be interesting
I
to,
still think we're gonna be in the same boat with the concrete.
yeah, well, we need to find out why. You understand what I'm saying? If we wanna buy a building and put it on our foundation, what difference does it make to anybody else if we're gonna buy the building? You understand what I'm saying?
Because
They're
the
not-
liability
they're-
of the company
they're right.
selling it has to,
They
Insurance
have
ain't
to
gonna cover
ensure,
it.
they have to ensure the product is gonna sit on something that's gonna hold it.
Right.
and our insurance has to,
And
Guarantee
right.
you for anything else that happens.
I don't know,
this is why the world is so expensive now.
yeah, that's my whole point.
I agree with you completely.
I agree with you.
Your question is correct. Unfortunately, the reality is not,
Yeah, well,
doesn't fall in place.
if I didn't think it would hold it, I certainly
That's
wouldn't.
why
I know
I
that,
don't,
and I
you
have no
can't
doubt
hire
about
anybody
that.
that has workers' comp insurance either.
Yeah, so yes, so you did get it.
rub filters.
I was busy.
Yeah, right.
They're all done with the maps.
Yep, they're still done with the outside. Josh said that it would probably be, January-ish before they really start digging in and putting it into the computers. That's why he said if we're gonna make the switch, he'd rather us do it sooner than later. And then they'll go back out in the spring to do anybody with interior inspections or anybody that they missed, so.
They still should have this, published by.
They do not have it confirmed yet, if it's gonna take effect this year or next year, cause they do have 2 years to complete it. So Travis has still been out doing all of his assessing and keeping up with everything, so if they happen to say, we're not gonna pull the trigger this year, it'll be next year.
Wait a minute more, I'd be surprised if they didn't,
They're
yeah,
You still wanna commit to it, I mean,
well, you never know.
look like a hero, not a zero.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
So regionalization meeting, we in, we out, what are we doing?
Well, now this is rescue regionalization, right?
no, well,
Did you look through the?
I gave you the outline.